श्री रमण गीता प्रथमोऽध्यायः उपासनप्राधान्यनिरूपणम्।
महर्षिं रमणं नत्वा कार्तिकेयं नराकृतिं मतं तस्य प्रसन्नेन ग्रन्थेनोपनिबध्यते। ईशपुत्रशके रामभूमिनन्दधरामिते 29 दिवसे द्वादशे मासि शीतले उपविष्टेषु सर्वेषु शिष्येषु नियतात्मसु भगवन्तं ऋषिं सोऽहमपृच्छं निर्णयाप्तये।
Sri Ramana Gita, Chapter 1, on the importance of Upasana. The questioner in this chapter is Sri Kavyakanta Ganapati Muni. I bowed to Maharshi Ramana, Kartikeya in human form, and set forth his teaching in this lucid work. In the year 1913 of the Christian era, on the 29th of cold December, when all the disciples were seated around Bhagavan with attentive minds, I asked Bhagavan Maharshi for definite answers to certain questions. Pradhamah Prashnah.
सत्यासत्यविवेकेन मुच्यते केवलेन किम् उदाहो बन्धहानाय विद्यते साधनान्तरम्।
प्रथमप्रश्नस्योत्तरम्।
मोचयेत् सकलान् बन्धान् आत्मनिष्ठैव केवलम् सत्यासत्यविवेकं तु प्राहुर्वैराग्यसाधनम्। सदा तिष्ठति गम्भीरो ज्ञानी केवलमात्मनि नासत्यं चिन्तयेद्विश्वं न वा स्वस्य तदन्यताम्।
First question by Sri Ganapati Muni. Is mukti to be attained by mere discrimination between the real and the unreal, or are there other means for the removal of bondage? Bhagavan's answer. Abidance in the self alone releases one from all bonds. Discrimination between the real and the unreal only leads the aspirant to non-attachment. The jnani is unfathomable. He abides always in the self alone. He does not consider the universe as unreal or as different from himself.
द्वितीयः प्रश्नः। किमलं शास्त्रचर्चैव जिज्ञासूनां विमुक्तये यथा गुरूपदेशं किमुपासनमपेक्षते।
द्वितीयप्रश्नस्योत्तरम्।
न संसिद्धिर्विजिज्ञासोः केवलं शास्त्रचर्चया उपासनं विना सिद्धिर्नैव स्यादिति निर्णयः। अभ्यासकाले सहजां स्थितिं प्राहुरुपासनं सिद्धिं स्थिरां यदा गच्छेत् सैव ज्ञानं तदोच्यते। विषयात् सम्परित्यज्य स्वस्वभावेन संस्थितिः ज्ञानज्वालाकृतिः प्रोक्ता सहजा स्थितिरात्मनः।
In this chapter, the questioner is Sri Kavyakanta Ganapati Muni. The second question. Is study of the scriptures enough by itself to liberate those desirous of knowledge, or is spiritual practice according to the master's injunctions also necessary? Bhagavan's answer to the second question. The seeker of knowledge does not achieve his end merely by a study of the scriptures. Without upasana, there cannot be attainment for him. This is definite. Bhagavan goes on to explain the terms upasana, jnana, and sahajasthiti. Experiencing the natural state during spiritual practice is called upasana, and when that state becomes firm and permanent, that itself is called jnana. While discarding sense objects, one abides in one's own true nature as a flame of jnana. This state of being is termed sahaja sthiti. Tritiyaha prashnaha.
स्थितप्रज्ञः स्थितप्रज्ञम् आत्मानं किं समर्थयेत् विदित्वा परिपूर्णत्वं ज्ञानस्योपरतेरुत।
तृतीयप्रश्नस्योत्तरम्।
निर्वासनेन मौनेन स्थिरायां सहजस्थितौ ज्ञानी ज्ञानिनमात्मानं निस्सन्देहः समर्थयेत्।
Third question. How does a sthita prajna recognize himself as such? Is it by knowing the fullness of his enlightenment, or is it by cessation of objective awareness? Sri Bhagavan's answer to the third question. In the firm natural state, through that supreme silence which is free from all vasanas, the jnani knows himself as such without any doubt.
चतुर्थः प्रश्नः। ज्ञानिनं केन लिङ्गेन ज्ञातुं शक्ष्यन्ति कोविदाः।
चतुर्थप्रश्नस्योत्तरम्। सर्वभूतसमत्वेन लिङ्गेन ज्ञानमोह्यताम्. Fourth question. By what indication are the learned able to recognize the jnani? Sri Bhagavan's answer to the fourth question. From the mark of equality towards all beings, one's attainment of jnana is inferred. Panchamah prashnah. Jnanayaiva samadhihi kim kamayapyuta kalpate. Panchama prashnasyottaram. Kama arabdha samadhistu kamam phalati nischitam. Fifth question. Does samadhi lead only to jnana, or does it also confer the material fruit desired by the aspirant before entering the state of samadhi? Sri Bhagavan's answer to the fifth question. When the practice of samadhi has begun with a desire, any such desire will certainly bear fruit even after the aspirant attains samadhi. Shashtah prashnah.
कामेन योगमभ्यस्य स्थितप्रज्ञो भवेद्यदि सकामो मुष्य साफल्यम् अधिगच्छति वा न वा।
षष्ठप्रश्नस्योत्तरम्।
कामेन योगमभ्यस्य स्थितप्रज्ञो भवेद्यदि सकामो मुष्य साफल्यम् गच्छन्नपि न हर्षयेत्।
Sixth question. This question has two parts. Part 1. In practicing yoga with a desire, if one becomes a sthita prajna in the process, will that desire be fulfilled or not? Part 2. How will the sthita prajna react to the fulfillment of the desire? Sri Bhagavan's answer to the sixth question. In practicing yoga with a desire, if one becomes sthita prajna, one is not elated by the fulfillment of a desire.
एवं मम गुरुः प्रश्नाकर्ण्य करुणानिधिः अब्रवीत् संशयच्छेदी रमणो भगवान् ऋषिः।
इति श्रीरमणगीतासु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे रमणान्ते वासिनो वासिष्ठस्य गणपते रूपनिबन्धे उपासनप्राधान्यनिरूपणं नाम प्रथमोऽध्यायः. Thus, listening to my questions, the gracious Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi dispelled my doubts in the abundance of his grace. Here ends the first chapter entitled On the Necessity of Upasana in Sri Ramana Gita, the Science of Brahman and the Scripture of Yoga, composed by Sri Vasishtha Ganapati Muni, disciple of Maharshi Ramana.